Good afternoon, everybody. It is 12 o'clock in Los Angeles, California. My name is Dan Boul. I'm president of 65 Amps. And today I'm doing a makeup show because I forgot to record yesterday. And I am debuting, sort of, our new little amp that is on the desk there behind me. It's very small. But only small in size. It's big in height and louder and functional. And we took a poll yesterday online. I'll probably put it up again today just to confirm. But can't watch it? What's wrong, Jadacaster? Connection's always jumping. Well, this one is recorded, so I would suggest doing that. So anyway, Little Red seems to be the name. Yeah, I mean, it seems like most people here are doing okay. It's a lot of bandwidth. Sometimes if your internet's not happy. We are having major Santa Ana winds in LA today, so I wouldn't be surprised if the internet here is being funky. Let me turn off all my other stuff just to make sure. This one's got nothing running. Let me turn off all the other apps on this machine just to make sure it's not my fault. Ustream has problems. Yeah, you know, Ustream gets busy with other stuff going on. I'm closing everything else on my machine here just to make sure that it's not me. The Ventura. Ooh, that's a good name. Blaine. Oh, we'll put that on the poll today. That's a great idea. I like that. Ventura. It's a little more grown up than Little Red. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Ventura is good. Well, I'll put up a poll here shortly. But anyway, so it's a pair of 6v6s. And it has two channels with a bump. So you really have four voices. It has an effects loop, and it has our master voltage on it. And the front end is started out as basically the color channel from a London, only we're running it into 6v6s instead of EL84s. That front end acts very, very different. That's a good point, Blaine, you make. But 6v6s act a lot different with an EF86 than EL84s do. So we, for the dirty side, we added sort of the second gain stage and topology that comes out of the Soho, out of our bump amps. So you're getting sort of the best here in this amp in a package that's grab and go, taxi friendly. But part of the motivation for doing this was I've seen all these lunchbox amps, which I will retaliate every time someone calls this a lunchbox amp, because the lunchbox amps, in my experience, are cool little fuzz boxes, but they're not really a functional amp. They're just tiny and they're affordable, and they're made out of the cheapest parts guys can find. Even big name amps, you look in their lunchbox amp and it's not up to their standards. Let me put it diplomatically. So I just as a joke, I went on the internet and ordered the shortest chassis I could find, which was 12 inches. And we made an amp out of it. And damn if this thing just does not rock. It'll run a 412 cabinet. It's totally happy. So it's a man amp. It's not a lunchbox. You can call it a dinner box or a bento box or the big dinner buffet or the July 4th barbecue. But it is not a lunchbox. So I'm going to start out kind of mellow with a Telecaster. I have it on the second voice, which is channel 1 with the bump on. So it's got a little bit of hair around it. Oh, I take that back. It's on the second channel now. I wanted to start out. I was there. For those of you that have been here for a while, I've been sitting here playing with a David Ryan Harris record, trying to. Ventura is good, Blaine. I thank you for that. I know you guys want to hear me not talk and play guitar, so I'll get down to it. And the phone rings. Can I help you? 65 amps. I'm taking that as a good luck charm for my shows now. When the phone rings a lot, it means good luck. You know, sort of like when a bird poops on your head. It's supposed to be good luck. You want us to call during the show? Yeah, sure. So that's completely dry. Let me give you a little slapback echo just for fun. So the volume's like on 5 right now. A little bit of hair on it there. Let me just cool it off completely. So you've got your basic just sort of clean. So you can sit around and do your... Let me put a little compression on that so you guys can hear it out there. The dynamic range of Ustream, I've learned, is really, really bad. When I play quiet stuff, you guys don't hear it. So. And a little verb, maybe. So these are Strymon pedals, once again. So got the Strymon El Capistan doing the little bit of slap back there. I can exaggerate it, I think, for the show. Yeah, that was sort of tape, warble. I can exaggerate that too. It has a knob for the wow and flutter. I can make it sound like a really old bad Echoplex. Which is cool. I like the sound. Anyway, you get the idea. Super clean. And second voice. Sort of like a hot rodded Fender. What we found yesterday was the multi-head setting on this. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. Is that C? What's the matter with the That's the multi-head delay on that, doing that, right? So anyway, you get the idea. Okay. We go over to channel 2, bumps on. You've got your good. Wow, it's too loud on the echo. Good Telecaster rock. Kind of playing it too country there. How's the foot pedal laid out, Blaine asked? Good question. I have the compressor first, the reverb second, and the echo last. And they're all going into the front right now. Because I'm too lazy to plug it in. Get a little bit of a... So much reverb and echo. Let me turn that down. Do-do. Anyway, let's go over to a humbucker really quick, just for contrast. And show you how the amp reacts differently. And I've got a Strat here and a Junior and a 335 type thing. And we can make it work. So just for quick contrast, here's a humbucker. Little neck pickup. We'll make it dry, just so you can enjoy it. Good bluesy rock sound. If I turn the bump off, you get more of a nice British rhythm thing. Which kind of, you know, sounds like, what's that Queen song? Is that right? Well, that's all right. Guitars Rebellion. Hey, Vincent from Paris. How are you, man? I'm glad you made it. Merci beaucoup. Nice to see you. We have a lot of Europe represented here right now. This is great. I think we have England, France, Holland, and Norway. If there's people in other places in Europe, let us know. I love this. It seems to work really well for the Europeans. Yeah, I mean, I'm on the dirty side right now. Bluesman Core 65. So if I roll back... roll back up. See Miles Rowe's hands. Hey, Dave.
Yeah, man, how you doing?
Come on in. I was just playing your song on my show.
Oh, nice.
I was just playing Black Sun.
Oh, nice. For some loud rock and roll.
Do you wanna come in and put on a microphone, or do you just want to hang out?
I'm just gonna hang. I got a yard full of
Trees.
and.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want to say hi? We got about 8 countries on here right now.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man. Hey guys, David Ryan Harris, one of my favorite Atlanta artists who lives out in LA now. Good to see you, man.
Sounds good out there.
Thanks. That's a little guy.
That sounds great.
Yeah, man. It's fun. This is one of the ones I was going to show you today.
What's this one called?
I don't know. We're still debating on that.
Gotcha.
I put a poll up on my show.
What's it looking like so far?
Well, yesterday I did a poll and I forgot to record. You see my note? I forgot to record the show yesterday, so I had to redo it today. So I put a poll up and we're just joking with names, and so like Little Red kind of won. But then today somebody said Call to Ventura. And, so that kind of gives the California vibe,
totally.
Riding with the top down.
I like that.
That sort of thing. So, man, I'm really digging it. I'm going to put a poll up here shortly.
I think I like that better than Little Red.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's a little more grown up.
For sure.
Which I don't know if that's good or not. But at least for me it is because I'm 46.
For me too.
Okay. Well, we have David Ryan Harris's vote for the... Now, in public, do you always go by David Ryan Harris, or you just like to be called Dave?
There was a...
Because I know you're probably like, there's somebody else registered in SAG or something as David Harris.
There were like 3 David Ryan Harrises that went to my high school. David Harrises that went to my
high
school.
Yeah.
So I just started using the whole thing. And now when people say David Harris, it sounds like if somebody says David Roth. It's like, I know who you're talking about, but...
Yeah, David Lee. Okay. Well, I mean, what does your mother call you?
No one else can call me that.
Oh, okay. Pookie. Pooh Bear.
Yeah. Baby doll.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, we're really glad Dave's here. You've probably seen Dave on stage with John Mayer. How long have you been playing with John now?
Since 2003.
2003?
Yeah.
I was just suggesting that John might have gone to see you guys in Atlanta as the Immortals and said, man, I like that sound.
He definitely came to see us. I put out a record on Brendan's label.
Yeah.
That John heard when he was at Berkeley.
Oh,
So he
yeah.
sort of knew kind of how I write and
what I
do.
Oh, yeah. I played it, just before I started recording.
Right.
And I had these guys just dying laughing. I'm like, okay, listen, I want you guys to listen to this. It's got a few things that modern music doesn't have. It has a B section, has a chorus, has a bridge.
Yes, it does.
And then someone aptly pointed out it doesn't have something that all modern records have on it.
What's that?
Auto-tune.
It's true. It does not.
Yeah. So, man, I was just, I knew you were coming in today, so I was telling my wife, oh, David's coming back, and I just love that record so much, I can't stop listening to it.
Oh, man, I totally appreciate it. I wish the rest of the world had, really, I wish Lars had stuck it out, because it was on Lars Ulrich's label, and I decided to go back to
Was that under Elektra?
Under Elektra.
Yeah. Well, that was 2001, and Lars was a little bit distracted with Napster then, wasn't he? Yeah.
I had lots of irons in the fire.
Yeah. Well, that's understandable. Phil, my business partner, was working at Sony.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was, remember the Work Group?
Uh-huh, I do.
He was VP at Work Group, with Gemma and Justin and all those guys. And same thing, man, Napster just turned them all upside down.
Yeah.
They went nuts for a while.
I thought that was a really cool label. They had some good stuff.
Yeah, they did some good things. I mean, Ben Harper and, all those kinds of guys. Phil signed Ben.
I think, wasn't Fiona Apple on Work?
Yeah, Fiona was there. Ben was a big guy. There was a couple, because those guys were all at Virgin before, and they brought some people from Virgin over to Work Group.
Heather Nova, I remember she was on. I think she was on.
Yeah.
I always envisioned me being on that label. I just really liked what they were about.
The guy who was a guitar player in Jellyfish. What's his name?
Oh my goodness.
I'm blanking on it.
I am too.
But he had his own band. It was like called.
Jason Faulkner.
Yeah, and it was like Dragon something or whatever, and they were great.
Yeah.
That was a good band. But anyway, I'm going to just run through this amp for probably about another 15 minutes. You're welcome to hang out.
I'm just going to hang and listen.
And if you want to put on a microphone and chat, you're welcome to.
What is this guy?
This one's only 20 watts. It's a pair of 6v6s. I was telling these guys, I kind of made it as a joke because I've seen all these little mini amps around and I play them. I'm like, it's just a fuzz box, It's got little bitty transformers and cheap parts in it. So I went online and ordered the smallest chassis I could find, which is 12 inches. I'm like, look, I can make an amp that's little. It's still a real amp. This thing will...
I love 6B6s.
Yeah.
I love 6B6s.
It's a guppy, man. It'll do anything, and it'll live in any environment.
Yeah.
It's a really rugged tube, but it's plenty loud. I mean, you can hear it out there.
Yeah.
It's louder than hell. I just have it, you know, on the other side of the wall, and I got the master voltage on it, so you can make it wife friendly or lead singer friendly.
Right.
You know, until the lead singer. Let's say you knew somebody that worked for a girl singer. I don't know who. Peter Stroud.
Right.
And every once in a while, you do a lot of TV shows, and you get the stink eye from the lead singer, and it's perfect. Yeah. So and it's got an effects loop. It's kind of got 4 voices, so it's an actual functioning working guy's amp.
That's great.
And made with all of our same parts and all that stuff. It's not a cheap version of it. So.
I like the Ventura.
Ventura? What do you guys think? Here, let's do it really quick. Let's put up the poll. Then I'll start playing some other guitars. All right. I'm just going to put Ventura and Little Red. And other, just in case you're not happy with either of those. Okay, you ready? Vote. Let's see what, oh, there we go. Ventura off to a strong lead. Wow, look at that. No one is voting for Little Red now. Good call. Thanks, Blaine. I owe you.
Would you get a 1/5 of a cent per amp?
I'll throw in an extra power cord and sweeten the deal.
There you go.
Yeah. You want to hear it through here, Dave?
Oh, yeah. So it's 2 Royers on it?
I got a, yeah, 121 and a 122V on the Alnico speaker.
Uh-huh.
Trying to make it real. Those are not great headphones, and it's going through that little PreSonus thing, but you can play with those if you want.
Sounds great.
I love this sort of. Sounds like a Les Paul, right?
Yeah. Cleans up really well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm losing my microphone, aren't I? These little cheap theater mics. Yeah, man, it's on the clean side with the bump on right now, so I can go way down to. And the guitar's wide open.
Oh, really? That's great.
Oh, you can hear me well, okay? I don't have to raise my voice.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And so that would be on a foot switch, so you
It's all on a foot switch, and then here, check this out too. So then you can go over to like the higher gain side. This is just sort of like a British kind of rhythm sound. I was doing that Brian May tune. You might have heard me playing it. Yeah, I was like sounded just like that. You know, that sort of sound. And then you cut the bump up, and you get it much bigger. So it's a lot of vocabulary.
Yeah.
And that's all on a foot switch. I just don't have the foot switch wired in right now.
That's great, man.
And then it has that master voltage thing too.
Which is so
It's this knob right here. Right. So you know I can totally dial it down to. You can probably still hear it through the wall. But here, put the phones on. Oh, sorry. I have 2 sets of phones I can hook you up. What phones do you like to record guitars with?
They're Audio-Technica. I don't know the number.
Oh, okay. Because
they're not terribly expensive. I did a session with a guy, and I normally use these Sennheisers because they sound okay, but they feel great.
Yeah, yeah.
And this guy's like, "Oh, you got to use these headphones. They're like $79 a piece." And
really,
I love them.
Oh, really? Because man, they always sound crunchy to me. But...
Yeah. High-end.
So I mean, we're down to like, man, this is like 4 watts.
Still got all the same camera.
Yeah, but I can still do this, right? You know.
That's great.
So you know, if you're recording at home,
yeah.
Like say you have a new baby,
I know a guy that's got a new baby.
Yeah, man. I've had two of those things, and playing at home was always a problem. But you know, the voltage goes right back up. I'm not even using the effects loop because I'm just too lazy, but to string all the extra cables.
Well,
but
I mean, any
yeah.
great. You going through this stuff?
Yeah, right now it's all off, but I mean, you can really sweeten it. Just make it sort of a stage sound. It's a prototype chassis, so we were thinking about putting a tube rectifier in it, but it just sounds better with a solid state. Right. So. Yeah. It just a little more punch, a little more or less woof, you know, like Fender woof, woof, where it barfs out.
Sounds great.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to just take another 10, 15 minutes. We'll run through it. And it's toasty in here with all these lights, so.
Yeah, I remember you told me it was going to gets warm.
Yeah. I'm getting my vitamin D today. What's that?
Any votes for Little Red?
2 votes. 58% Ventura, 11% Little Red, 29% other. I don't know, man. 58%'s a good.
That's a resounding.
Yeah. If any politician had 58% of the votes, he'd be king, right? So that cabinet that's out there, that brown one, is for Brendan Benson. You know the rack. You know Brendan, right? Yeah, that's his. I just breaking it in for him. Yeah. All right, let's do a little Strat just for fun. For more contrast. I got that song in my head, Dave.
That's a great Les Paul.
Yeah, it's an R8. I have those Tim White humbuckers in it.
Yeah.
I love those. They're the only ones that sound right to me. They're a little dark, but
right. I like it that way.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but it does that whole blossom thing, but the neck pickup especially.
Right.
I mean, you know, I kind of my guitar tonal heroes are, you know, like Freddie King.
Right.
And Chuck Berry. I'm from Missouri, you know, where Chuck's still a god.
Right.
And I just love that sound.
Yeah.
And the chess record stuff. I mean, Chuck, and then like late 60s BB King. Mm-hmm. Man, I just can't get enough of that sound. I mean, you know, the songs are what they are, but just the tone.
Yeah.
I got this bootleg record of BB playing live in '69 somewhere. And he's got a 355 going through a twin that's like on 10.
Yeah.
It's just so like, I just lose my mind every time I hear it. If only they made a double cutaway Les Paul that Hendrix would have played. Blaine, who do you want to sign your amp? Me or David?
Same settings and everything. Volume up on the Strat.
Yeah, I just plug right back in. Yeah, we're wide open. Do some Jimmy. I'm not the best Hendrix guy. I was trying to explain it yesterday that like every time I sat down to listen to Hendrix, I forgot to play along.
Right,
so I just kind of go, oh. Yeah, man. I just, you know. Will David play a bit? You know, if you want to, Dave, you're welcome to. It's kind of putting you on the spot last minute, so.
I mean, I was actually last night. I don't remember it all. I was messing around with Wayne Price Mary because I had my kid on my lap. And
oh yeah. You're welcome to jump in.
I'll play a little bit.
Yeah, go for it. It's kind of one of those questions I'm not super comfortable asking, but there you go. This will help. Let me know if you need some help with the tone. Can you pick?
Actually, not.
Okay. You can set all these however you want. You're on the clean. You want just more gain on the clean side, or just the dirt?
A little bit more, a little bit.
Tune in here. So you're still on the clean.
Okay.
If you want to do that, I can take you over to the dirtier side.
Make it as clean, like super clean.
Okay. But the amp's up on 7.5 now, so you can probably still get a little bit of hair with it, maybe. And then, you know, factor in the poopy headphones.
Right.
Yeah. Now that you have young children again, I can say poopy. Right?
Yeah. I retired that word for a while, but it's back.
Man, it's a noun, it's a verb, it's an adjective.
Yes, yeah.
You know, that and poo-poo. My kids all say, now don't poo-poo that.
Right.
Don't poo-poo that idea.
Right.
You getting enough gain on your headphones?
Yeah.
Okay. That's still on the American kind of clean side. If you want to go over to British, like a higher gain thing, then I can flip over to channel 2. This is going to be still very American type distortion. Yeah. And I got a little bit of compression on it just for the digital thing, but if I take this off, it'll get a little more dynamic range.
Yeah.
That's it. That was close to Black Sun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That song is so hooky. Between that and King for a Day, dude, I think you need to re-release it.
We talked about maybe trying to buy the masters back, and
I'll go in with you.
I think it'd be great. I love that.
It's such. I mean, I'm not trying to pump you because you're sitting here, but I honestly, like, every few weeks, I'm just in iTunes. I'm like, oh yeah, Immortals.
Right.
It's so good, and I walk around singing them all day. That in California.
Yeah.
Such great tunes, man. But you can hear on this channel, like when you push it for a little bit of hair, it gets that sort of raspiness that American amps gets.
Yeah.
And then let's do the same thing over here. Like, let me take you to channel 2 with the bump off. You'll see how when you lay into it, it's gonna get the hair more like a Marshall or a Vox. You know, if you hit it, it doesn't get that sort of graininess on top. It gets more the mid-range thing. You know, so it's very British. bit of compression just to smooth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, total British kind of breakup, right?
That's great.
And then you can go even a little higher. So you played like, you know, lots of proper British amps, and like, you know how rude and unruly they are when you're playing a Strat, especially. And a lot of people, a lot of amps I hear, it sort of sounds like a recording of a of a Marshall, but it doesn't sound like a Marshall.
Translation of a Marshall.
Yeah, it's like we took off the stuff that, because, you know, a Strat's a rude guitar, a real Strat, and a real proper Marshall that's in good working order is a pretty rude, unruly amp.
Yeah.
And I love that. I mean, you listen to, you know, I don't want to say we were doing Hendrix, but you listen to Hendrix records, you listen to early, you know, Ritchie Blackmore, all that kind of stuff. Like the Strat sounds like it's about ready to blow up to a Marshall 100 watt. Right. It's not a polite sound at all.
It's doing what it's not doing what it's. They're trying to make it make the amp do something it's not supposed to do, and it is.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's protesting slightly, which is beautiful.
Yeah, unhappy tubes sound really good.
Yeah. And this cleans up great.
Yeah, even on this side, if you roll back, it'll. Let me know if you want me to dry it out too. It's fine.
I like this. I like this channel.
Yeah, this is just the British side, but then I can take it all the way down. You know, like there, it's about 10 watts maybe. I mean, I should put a decibel meter on it.
Yeah.
It still reacts, right? Still dynamic range.
That's great.
Yeah, and then, I mean, dude, that's barely enough electricity to push those speakers right now. I mean, they're kind of going, you know, they're just getting sort of mildly tickled right now. Because that's a 212. But you could put like an 8 or a 10 on this like that, and just with a big ribbon mic. It'd sound really cool.
That's great. I like this channel.
Cool. Did you want to play your guitar?
I actually like this.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'll pull it
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna play my guitar.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Actually, just got it.
What'd you get?
It's a '66.
Stop.
SG.
Really?
I wanted to get a guitar the day. Actually, it's a '68.
Oh, now, okay.
I wanted to get a guitar the day Truman was born. To say I got the guitar.
Oh, nice. Wow, look at that.
It's pretty.
I like it.
I've been really into this this Daniel Lanois, remember the Black Dub record?
Yeah.
Really
Yeah, what's his name? Greg Leese? Plays on all his records. Has a little Elvis and a Tupelo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I almost brought in my first guitar today, which looks a lot like this. It's a 63 Junior.
Oh, really?
It's set up exactly the same, only just with one pickup and no binding on it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I got a 59 Junior there too. Hey, would you mind just letting the guys see what you're doing?
Oh.
Yeah.
Forgot the camera was there.
Yeah, that's all right. Sorry. And if you're not comfortable with it, don't worry about it. So Blaine, the pickups on this looks like both late 60s P90s.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's all stock.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's awesome. Sounds great.
Right on,
Love
man.
it.
That's a cool guitar, dude.
Yeah.
That's in really good shape.
Maybe if the kid grows up to play, I'll let him have it.
Yeah, yeah. That's fun, man. Man, thanks so much for playing, Dave.
Thanks for having me.
Man, I appreciate it.
It's super responsive.
Well, it's fine. We'll go out and play it in the shop. You know, it's because this is all
Right.
squishy, digital.
I'll let you get back to it.
Yeah, man. I think I'm just going to go ahead and finish up. So just a couple minutes, and then we can go get a bite if you want.
This,
Oh, yeah. Here. There you go. Cool. Everybody, David Ryan Harris. Thanks, Dave.
hello. Thank you.
Very nice. It's hard to follow that. FS75 says, thanks, Dave. Didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No worries.
Yeah, man. That's cool. Yeah, let's see. What guitar should we do next? We did a Les Paul. We did a Strat. We did a Tele. We did an SG. I've got my 335 thing, if you want to hear that. Then we can probably wrap it all up with the new little Ventura. The Ventura is seemingly... Yeah, there it is, Dave. Brand new Immortals.
Oh, right on.
I was just playing it through my other computer, and people can hear it through my microphone. But it's so darn good. All right.
That was 10 years ago.
I know, it's hard to believe, huh?
Yeah.
So this is my... Seymour made me the pickups in this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're really cool. They're antiquities, but he made them, and you know, said, "What do you want?" And I said, "Freddie King," and he went, "Oh, come on, seriously." I said, "Yeah, I just love Freddie's sound, man." You know, and there's that bark. Or she's going, "Oh,
Yeah.
oh." Yeah.
Do that. I play with a quarter to get it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. I play with a heavy pick, and I'm kind of a monkey when it comes to hitting the guitar, you know. You know, and Freddie was, God, how big was Freddie? 6'6", 350 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, huge dude. So when he hit a guitar, I'm sure it responded.
Yeah.
Strum a nice quiet chord? No. Why would we do that? All right, let me go back down to the clean. And you want to hear some little middle position. Oh, out of tune. Let me just tune this really quick. Sorry, guys. How about a waltz in C? Everybody loves a waltz, right? All the young girls dropped their sodas. Talk amongst yourselves. The Civil War, it was neither. So for all you guys on from Europe, what's going to happen with the euro? You think the central bank's going to pull it out? Not to bring up a bad subject, but I do a lot of business in Europe. I want you guys to stay stable. For more reasons than just business, but okay, should be a little better. There we go. Hey, Carp. My hands are so cold. Go to the neck pickup. There you go. Is that clean? That work? Little waltz, man. Everybody loves a waltz. Come on. Can't get away from 3. Doesn't that sound like a Freddie King record, though? I can't play like Freddie, but the tone. that's a good name. Nero's Fiddle. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it a day. Any other questions you want to get out of the way before I give it up for the afternoon? I appreciate everybody coming back today, even though I blew it yesterday. I need to lay off the pipe. Get these headphones off so I can function. So what do you guys think? You think it's a go? Looks like Ventura is still leading the poll. Even though Other has a strong following as well. Ventura is still at 50%. Man, I got here late. Well, you know what, Doug? I actually recorded it today. I got a fan blowing on me because it is so hot in here today. And I've got a sweater on, which I didn't think to take off before the show. Well, anyway, I kind of dig Ventura. Sounds good again, Dan. Late for me also. Well, thanks, Carp. I appreciate it. No worries. This one is recorded, so you can watch it. And big thanks to David Ryan Harris for coming by today. Thank you, Dave. Quite an honor. Quite an honor. Quite a pleasure. And I think as we sign off, I'll play another Immortals song, just so you can get an idea. Last chance, last call for questions, thoughts. Again, this little Justin, you don't like the name Ventura? Oh, that's because you're from San Francisco and you guys obsess about LA. You don't like it either? Rusty, you don't like it? What's wrong with Ventura? I think it sounds really good. It wouldn't stop you from buying it though, right? No, Immortals, the brand new Immortals. The album's called Tragic Show. And you can still download it on...
It's on iTunes.
It's on iTunes, right. That's where I got it. Man, what song would you like me to play, Dave?
Play, man, you already played Black Sun?
I played Black Sun, but I'll play it again because I didn't record it.
That song rocks.
Yeah, it's a tough... There's a top 3 on this record that are hard for me to pick. Yeah, Black Sun's great. You guys hear that okay? Now I'm going to call out the parts again to show you how unusual this is for modern music. This is from our friend David Ryan Harris with Johnny Colt. 2 good friends of mine from Atlanta, Johnny Colt and Kenny Cresswell, right?
Yep.
Kenny's great. Yeah. All old friends of mine from Atlanta. This is fantastic. Thank you, Rusty. Now listen. There was an A section, a B section, and a chorus with a hook. No auto-tune. Back to the head. When I was playing this earlier, it's like, man, listen to this. Somebody get on the phone to Nashville. Here's the song with an A section, a B section, a chorus, and then a bridge.
Right.
It's like, wow, that's actually, that's too intelligent, man. Yeah, that's right. That would be 4 songs in the modern world, Dave says. And then in the background, there's variations on the theme. Every verse is not the same. B section, come on. I guess you'd call us a bridge, depending on your songwriting vocabulary.
Yeah.
Because it does bridge into the chorus. That sounds huge. Doug, it's David singing. Does Johnny sing backgrounds on this?
I did all of them.
You did all the vocals? I was going to say it doesn't sound like him, yeah. Here you go. What is this? It's a cease.
This is another song?
Yeah, man. It's like the fourth cut on the record. Now it's gonna pump. Here, I'll type the name in for you guys. Songwriting. There you go. That was the brand new Immortals. Song's called Black Sun. And then I saw a question a minute ago. What's the status on the producer delivery? They're starting to go out tomorrow. So what's today's Thursday, right? Yeah. Tomorrow. It's funny, I was mentioning this on before I was recording. So like what percentage of songs do you think these days are wait a minute, you know where it's going?
Yeah.
75%?
Yeah.
Which all started with Let It Be, and everyone, oh great, let's make an entire 40 years of songwriting out of that. So my daughter, like, you know, she knows Keith from, you know, him working with us, and Keith opened up the CMAs. And she listened to the song, she went to see him, you know, it was before bedtime so she could catch it. Then like 4 acts, so she's 8, right? She four acts in, she goes, isn't that the song that Keith did?
That's great.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, they're all 1, 5, 6, 4s, honey.
That's great.
Black Sun, all one word, BLAC. Let me type it, SUN. Also, check out, man, the whole record's great. But if you want to just download some tracks, get King for a Day.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear that real quick before we go? It's so good. Again, like the chorus on the song, I walk around singing. Even the nonsense at the beginning.
Yeah.
I love that. Is this songwriting or what? Okay, A section. Bridge or B, whatever you want to call it. Chorus from Hell. King for a day. This is, I'll type it in. Man, I forgot how good Kenny was.
He's very good.
Yeah. This is just like, I know this isn't fixed. It's 2001.
Right.
You couldn't fix anything then. I mean, it's just a pocket from hell.
Yeah. No nonsense unless you need it.
Yeah. On Amazon too? Yeah, Doug, it's on Amazon. Oh, wait a minute, what's this? A C-section. Is that like a Dan Electro or something?
It is Dan Electro.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's cool. Have you seen those Jerry Jones?
Yeah, I got one of those.
I love those things, yeah. What is this songwriting stuff? I know. Pretty fun, huh? There you go. Anyway, today is December 1st. One new for $70 on Amazon? No way.
Wow.
Well, that must be a vinyl collectible or something.
I wish it was.
Yeah. How much of that do you get?
2 cents.
2 cents. Oh, man. That's twice as much as I got on my record deal. Really? $70? It's downloaded from iTunes. I think you can get the whole record.
$10.
Yeah, $10. So it's well worth it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to sign off and get some food, play some guitar, all that kind of stuff. Appreciate your time today. Thanks again, Dave, for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Very, very fun. A bunch of guys are saying thanks, Dan. Thanks, David. And we will see you next Wednesday. And have a great weekend. Take care, guys.